Hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Hi, Ken. I'm great.
Mhm.
Uh, Hi, everybody. Okay. I'm Teacher Oakley, and in this class, we are going to be continuing our series learning idioms. Today's idioms will be associated with annoyance, annoying situations, being annoyed, being frustrated. Uh, okay. Uh, Idioms that we use when we're annoyed or frustrated. All right. As usual, we'll be doing a number of exercises and discussing the idioms a little bit as to their usage and when to use them. And I urge students to volunteer if you can think of other related idioms or similar idioms or even idioms in your own native languages that are used in the same way. Please go ahead and volunteer them. Help me out. I'll take all the help I can get. Okay. A little late. My last class ran late, so let's get right to it. Let me quickly welcome everybody. We all know each other, and we'll jump right in. Mustafa, hey there.
Hey teacher, good to see you today.
Hi, hi. Good to see you
Hi.
too. Hi, Anna, again. Welcome back.
Hi there, thanks.
Hi, and Ken. Ken.
Yes, hello
And
again.
hello again. Long time to see. Okay, and Senia's with us again. Hey, hey.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Plenty of room in the class. If others would like to join us, jump in anytime. We're good with that. Okay. Now, today's lesson, today's idioms class, we're going to first look at some literal meanings of some keywords which are used in the idiom. At least for myself, maybe others think differently, but for myself, when I learn idioms, I actually literally, to remember them, I literally think of a picture. I picture a little cartoon or whatever in my head, and I use the literal meanings to help me remember the idiom. So if I didn't know the literal meanings, I would never learn an idiom myself. So we're going to first start with some literal meanings of the keywords and then look at the idioms that include these keywords a little bit later. Okay, so here we go. All right, simple fill-in-the-blank exercise. Actually, really, definitions, straight up. Just fill in the blank with the words in bold italics above. Okay, let me quickly welcome Nader to the class. Hello, Nader. Howdy, howdy. And while he's texting me, messaging me, howdy. Mustafa, go ahead. Number one. Howdy. Yeah, very good. Cowboy.
Okay,
Go ahead,
okay.
Mustafa.
A comment made to hurt somebody or to make them feel stupid is an insult.
An insult. Insult, of course, can be a noun or a verb. An insult, to insult somebody. Very good. All right, number two, Anna.
Some people have all the wits in the world while others have none.
Well, that's just funny. Um, yeah, funny and true, and I'm not going to tell you that's a wrong answer because it definitely fits. But there's another answer.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
Okay. The patience.
There you go. Because this it's not an idiom, but this whole uh, phrase here is
Okay,
a
got it.
commonly spoken phrase. Oh, he's got all the patience in the world. He's a great he's a great pediatrician, children's doctor. he's got all the patience in the world. So that's why I would have to go with patience here, even though I like your first answer better, personally.
Thanks.
Sure. Ken, number 3.
Okay. If you're in a difficult situation, you need to use your wit.
There you go. Your wits. What do you need to use? What is wits? Is it a kind of a rag you use to clean things? A
Wit,
breakfast cereal? What is it?
wit is a kind of a social knowledge or
Yeah, okay. Smarts. Yeah, you're.
or yeah,
Yeah.
or down to earth. I don't
Well,
know.
it has to do with smarts or intelligence, but it has to do with quick thinking. When
Okay.
somebody is witty or has a really sharp wit, then they can very quickly think of very clever things to say, clever and funny things to say.
Mhm.
So we have a lot of expressions with wits. Keep your wits about you. You need to keep your wits about you. Okay, you need to use your quick thinking ability.
Mhm.
The ability to think of something in a fast way, something correctly, something that's the right thing to do, not the wrong thing to do, but think of it quickly. So yeah, okay, kind of a specialized intelligence, I guess, a more focused definition of smarts or intelligence. Okay, Mustafa, question, comment?
Yeah, yeah. How did you know? Okay. Sorry, teacher. You said like keep your wits around you. Just I want to record this again.
About you. Yeah.
About you. Okay.
I'll
Okay.
write it in the. I should write these when I introduce them. Keep your wits about you is usually how we say it, and that's definitely idiomatic. So that's what we're here to do. So there you go. Let me quickly give a shout out and welcome to Nada.
Thanks.
Hello. Welcome to the class.
Hello.
Good to see you again. All right, and back to work. Okay, there. We're going to look at number 5. Number 4. I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. Nadir, number 4. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, Senior, I skipped you. I'll come right back to you. Nadir, number 4. A curve in a road is a bend. Okay. All right. I know we're going to see this idiom, and I know it's going to be different than the idiom I know. If the idiom I know, if you go around if someone has gone around the bend, they're basically crazy. They've gone off their rocker, crazy, or so crazy, or maybe like old people, maybe dementia has set in. Could be used that way too, but okay. Anyway, all right, Senior, here you go. How about number 5?
You tie a farm animal, for example, a goat, to post with a tether.
Yeah.
Tether.
Yep. Okay. Tether. Well, it could be any material, some kind of rope that you tie a horse or an animal up with. Usually, you tether a hot air balloon. Okay, it can be a verb or a noun. Again, you tether a hot air balloon to the ground. You use a rope to tie it to a stake in the ground so it doesn't just fly off into the air. Okay, you tie something so it doesn't go away. You use a tether. When I picture a tether in my mind, it's usually like an animal tied to something with a leather, some kind of leather like rope. So, okay. There you go. Number 6, nada.
When I'm trying to read a book, I don't like any distractions.
All right. Okay. Distractions, yeah. Things that break your focus or your concentration are distractions, right? Okay. Yeah. Bend over backwards. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing that idiom in just a moment. But yeah, I see people chatting about it. If you bend over backwards, you do more than is expected. All right. You bend over your backwards to help someone. You do more than would reasonably be accepted socially, to the point where you're actually maybe even hurting yourself. Okay, I'm sure we'll look at it again in just a minute. All right, Mustafa, back to you. Number 7.
Okay, 7. If you get an blank to your bag, it can take months to clear up. Hmm. And what? What? Bang. What's bang?
Sorry?
Bang. I'm confused about bang. I don't know bang.
Bang! That's bang. When you shoot a gun, the gun goes bang!
Yeah, so it would be bang, I think.
Okay.
Or injury.
Or it can also, it can also mean as a verb to hit. You bang a drum, for example.
Yeah, but
bang your head on.
But yeah, but the answer is enjoy.
Yeah, but that I give you a clue here, Mustafa. Here's a little clue. We have N, A-N.
Yeah.
Aha. Which means, what does that mean when I have A-N before the blank? The article A-N.
Noun and begin with the vowel sounds.
Correct.
Vowel.
Yeah, so it's got to be, grammatically speaking, it's got to be injury, yes. Right, so you get an injury to your back. Bang associated with injuries or whatever. Oh, I banged my head on the low doorway. Yeah, okay, you can assume that I injured myself, but it doesn't mean that I did injure myself. Not necessarily. I banged my head on the low doorway, but you know what? I was wearing a helmet. So I'm okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean you've injured yourself. All right, Anna, number 8.
It really annoys me when people tear pages out of the telephone book.
Correct. Okay, here we're looking at the verb to tear. You tear paper. You rip paper. Right. If it's a noun, it's a totally different word. It's totally pronounced differently. Tear. Okay. Can be used with a verb as a phrasal verb to tear up. He teared up at the mention of her name. Okay, but usually it's going to be that phrasal verb as a with that meaning. Okay, Ken, number 9.
Okay, be careful. This is a very low door. Don't blank your head. Don't bang your head.
Yeah, don't bang your head. The very same example that I gave, bang your head on a doorway. I guess it's more or less a universal idea.
Is last G silent or
bang? It's the NG sound.
Bang.
Like
okay.
Song.
Okay.
Bang. Yeah, that's it. Yes, so the G is, you don't hear the G sound, the G sound. Okay. Senior, number 10.
Many farm animals eat and sleep on straw.
Yes, they do. Straw, of course, is dried grass, basically. Straw, hay, basically the same thing. Hay, that's Hay, hay.
Okay, and we also can drink a beverage with a straw, yes?
Oh yeah, of course you can. Silly me. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Okay, well, all right, let's get to some expressions, idioms, what have you. All right. Yeah, we'll be getting to that one, Mustafa, in just a moment. Okay. Okay, we're going to use these words to create an expression or an idiom, and then we're going to use the idioms we have created to fill in the blank, so we can see how the idiom would actually be used. All right, so Nidair, A. I'm at the blank of my tether. Americans would say I'm at the blank of my rope. Yeah, you got it. I'm at the end of my tether. Again, Americans say I'm at the end of my rope. Okay. Or very similarly, okay, the next one is very similar, actually. I was, without thinking, I was just going to mention this as a synonym for the first one, for A. Nada. I'll let you do it. Nada. B. Whoops. Silly me. Nada. B.
It's getting on my nerves. My nerve.
How about B?
Oh, didn't you just set the answer?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I did. We're at I'm sorry. I'm all confused.
Yeah.
I'm confusing myself. I'm at the end of my rope. I'm at wit's end. Okay.
Yeah, we're at wit's end.
All right, we're at wit's end. We can't think of anything else to do. We're at wit's end. Okay. We're at wit's end means we can't think of anything else to do. I'm at the end of my rope means I'm basically out of alternatives. There's nowhere to go. So very similar meanings, and in many cases they could be used. Yeah, you could use either one, but perhaps in other cases you would choose one or the other. All right, it's getting on my nerves. What gets on your nerves, Nada? Tell me something that gets on your nerves.
Loud noise or...
Loud noise?
Yep.
Yeah, oh, okay. Sure. All right. Dogs barking when you're trying to go to sleep, that kind of thing?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Gets on your nerves, it annoys you. Straight up. Gets under my skin? Yes. Okay. Get on my nerves. Get under my skin. Very good. Here's one you may not have heard. It gets my goat. Really gets my goat when my neighbor's dogs are barking all night long. Or we often say, you know what gets my goat? It's when the neighbor's dogs bark all night long. We often actually present our annoyances that way, since that is the lesson about being annoyed. We often present our annoyances by saying, you know what drives me up a wall? You know what gets under my skin? You know what gets on my nerves is when blah, 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 and then we introduce whatever it is that's annoying us. Very common way to do that, actually. Okay, moving on. Mustafa, D.
Okay, D. That sort of thing really gets up my noise.
Well, nose.
Nose, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. This one's very British. Never heard of American.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it. I have heard like to look up at something at people, to make your noise, like look up at people or something. I don't know if you can like correct me.
I don't know if I can either.
Okay, I forgot it.
Say what? Yeah.
I forgot it. Like when you look up at people, like you make your noise, look up at people.
Oh,
You,
stick your nose up at someone. Stick your nose up at somebody specifically. Yeah, okay. If you stick your nose up at something or something, I offered her a piece of my homemade pumpkin pie, and she just turned her nose up at it. Okay, turn your nose up at something, to haughtily, kind of rudely deny or dismiss. Okay, but so very similar. If you stick your nose up at someone, you act very stuck up, like you're better than they are. Okay, is that where you're going?
no, sorry, I forgot it.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, all right then. Then I don't know where you're going. All right. All right, but I never heard any American. This sort of thing really gets up my nose. And no, no, Anna, Americans don't say it gets up my behind. That's a totally different. Things up your behind is a totally different set of things. Okay, if somebody is really acting like a jerk, if they're being dismissive, patronizing, rude, I might say, "What's up your behind today?" Of course, I wouldn't use the word behind. What's wrong with you? What's up your behind? Or I might say, if somebody's acting overly formal, okay, way too formal, then I would say, "Can you pull that stick out of your behind?" Okay, sorry. I must continue before I get myself in trouble. Oh dear. Well, it has to do with annoyance, that's for sure, so I guess I should teach it, really. Okay. Where are we here? Anna, rescue me before I get myself in trouble. E, please.
To add insult to injury.
Very good. What does that mean, to add insult to injury? You know?
To make the situation worse.
All right. The idea, if you're adding insult to injury, I know something bad has already happened. Okay? You're late for work and you ran into the car in front of you. Okay, so something bad has already happened. And then you step out of your car to look at the damage, and a bus goes by and splashes mud all over.
You step into something.
Yeah, or you step in something you don't want to step in. Okay, Nader. Little different than to add insult to injury. To add salt to your wound means, okay, if you are late to work because you had a car accident, you get to work, and I'm your co-worker, and I start saying, "Oh, Nader, so how many warnings is this for being late? Didn't the boss tell you you're going to get fired? I don't think the boss is going to be very happy when he talks to you. By the way, he lost the contract for the ABC account yesterday, so he's really not in a good mood today. All right, I'm rubbing salt in your wound. I'm letting you have it, having no mercy. I'm rubbing your face in it." Oh well, there's another idiom. You rub your face in. You rub someone's face in it. You're basically they've made a mistake. They know they've made a mistake, and you're letting them know that it was a mistake. Okay, all right. Mustafa, not sure what you're talking about. Insult my senses. Not sure what that is. I don't know. It could be British, and I just don't know it. I'm not sure. Oopsie, wrong click there. Hang on just a sec. Okay, let's see, Ken. Last one here, F.
Okay, the last straw.
There you go. And okay, I think Mustafa mentioned it earlier. What is the whole expression? Comes from a proverb, actually.
Mustafa says something. Okay. The last straw of the juice. The broke the camera. Those
That's great. Ah, yeah. The last straw of the juice. That's terrific, man. That's great. Right, you got it the second time. All right, the straw that broke the camel's back. When we say the last straw, we are referring to the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay. Okay. All right. Something. Maybe you're at your job and one bad thing after another, and then that final bad thing, and then maybe it's something very small. Maybe somebody stole your stapler or something. Maybe it's just a straw. It's meaningless. Who cares? Somebody stole your stapler. But after all the other bad things that have happened, you freak out and start screaming and you quit your job. All right. So, all right. Last straw. Senia, what's that? What's the last drop?
I think the same in Russian language, the last drop.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Okay. Senia, stay with me here. Number one, now we're going to use these idioms, fill in the blank to kind of get the feel of how they're used. So number one.
Do you think you could stop whistling? It's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, okay. Basically just saying it's really annoying me. It's annoying me. That's it. It's getting on my nerves. It annoys me. Okay. Some people get really annoyed by whistling. Do you really get annoyed by whistling, Sina?
I get annoyed by every noise. Whistling, loud breathing, anything.
Okay. All right. Everyone, please maintain complete radio silence. Sina's in the room. You must love Nidair then. Okay, Nidair. Number two. Jack's been crying all day. The baby won't go to sleep. I've had a terrible headache since I got up. I can't take any more. I'm what? I'm what? At the end of my rope. Not robe, by the way. Rope with a P. Rope. End of my rope or end of my tether. Yeah. The end of my robe. I like that. Could have a totally different meaning though. Okay. Very good. You got it. All right. I've had it. I've got one more thing happens and I'm going to go crazy. Earlier I said you're at the end of a rope. You've got no alternatives. Okay. It can also mean that just one more thing happens and I'm going to snap. I'm going to snap. Okay. Well, I'm going to snap. Basically, if somebody tells you they're going to snap any second, or they're going to snap, if one more thing happens, I'm going to snap, it means they're going to freak out. They're very close to totally losing all emotional control, and they're going to freak out. So, take precautions. All right. Back to Mustafa, number three.
3. First, he told me he wanted to end the relationship. Then, blank, he said he hadn't got any money to pay for the meal, and could I lend him enough for a taxi home?
That's good. Okay. All right. All right. What is it?
Can you scroll down a little bit? I just wanna skim it again. Okay, first he told me he wanted to end the relationship. Then blank he said he hadn't to fight. Well, I couldn't. Yeah. Okay, can you scroll up?
Yeah.
Hmm. Um. Then. Then what?
Hmm?
Insult me? I'm not sure.
Well,
Um. I.
well,
I. I don't know which one I have to use.
okay. To add insult to injury. All right.
To
First,
add
he,
insult.
he did one bad thing. He hurt me. He ended their relationship. I want to break up with you. Then, to add insult to injury, if that wasn't enough, he emotionally punched me in the face. And then, as if that wasn't enough, here's another way to say it, to add insult to injury, then he said he didn't have any money and he couldn't even pay for the breakup dinner. And he needed money for a taxi. What a jerk.
And sorry, like similar or synonym to add fuel to the flame, right?
Well, if you're adding fuel to the flame, you're making a bad situation worse. You're adding fuel to the flame. The boss is already angry because you lost the ABC. It's similar, but it's adding fuel to the flame is making somebody angrier or making a bad situation much worse. Usually, insult to injury is okay, hurting someone. It has more to do with the idea of hurting someone
Okay.
rather than making them angry.
Okay.
Okay, so it's nuanced, but there's a slight. You wouldn't use them under the same in the same situation. Oh, okay. The boss is already angry, and now Mark is going to quit without notice. That's adding fuel to the fire. That's going to add fuel to the fire. Okay, but I wouldn't say now Mark's going to quit. That to add insult to injury. Now Mark's going to quit. I wouldn't use that like that. It's not a okay. It's not like the situation isn't like it's really hurting the boss, like causing him physical or emotional damage. It's business. So I wouldn't use add insult to injury, really, probably, in that situation. All right.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Anna, number 4.
The bank have just charged me £25 because I was overdrawn for one day. One day. It was the last straw that broke the camel's back, right?
Okay.
It could be, right?
We don't know that. We don't have enough information. What does that mean?
Well, yeah.
It's the last straw. I then pulled out my automatic weapon and shot everyone in the bank. Then it would be the last straw. But I don't think you have enough information to know that. Okay, the last straw implies that you're going to then do something. So I pulled all my money out of the bank. Okay.
Well then, since it's British, I'm at the end of my tether, right?
Oh, well, a person may make that comment, but okay, the situation is very specific. Okay, it's very, very specific, and it's. I think this is where you're talking British here. I think that sort of thing really gets up my nose.
Oh, all right then.
Okay, because we got that sort of thing, very specific. So I think that's the correct answer here. And Anna, although I like your idea with a lesson on curse words, what you can and can't say, frankly, I just don't have the bravado to do that. I'm not brave enough. I know I would make some stupid mistake, probably end up getting fired. Just don't have the
That's
guts.
a pity.
Yeah,
Well, I think you're
sure.
underestimating
If you,
yourself.
however, Anna, if you'd like to take a one-on-one tutoring class, I'd be more than happy to swear my head off at you.
Thanks, I'll think
My
about it.
pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Anytime. All right. All right. Moving on. Ken, number 5.
Okay, we don't know what to do with Jane.
Yeah,
She's 15. She won't do any homework. She isn't interested in anything. She hardly speaks. Hardly speaks. What does this idiom mean?
Hmm?
What does this idiom mean? Meaning of the blank
The blank.
blank section idiom.
I think because I see the exclamation point here at the end of the blank, I think the person is using this as an expletive.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just a shouted, strongly spoken remark.
I see. Okay.
After everything, then, you know, this sucks.
The last straw.
Mm,
No.
no, you wouldn't say the last straw by itself. You would have to say that was the last straw. Okay, this is the last straw. You can't just say the last straw. That would not make sense. You
I
couldn't
see.
say it by itself.
We are
Yes.
at our I forgot the blank blah blah end.
We're at the blah blah end, though. Wits end.
Wits end. Yeah.
Okay, we're at our wits end. They don't know what to do about this situation. Okay, well there it is. We don't know what to do. Perfect. Okay, they've run out of options they could think of. Yeah, that says it right there. We don't know what to do. Exactly. We're at our wits end. Okay. All right, back up a little. Beep beep beep. Sinya, how about number 5?
I've told my flatmate to find somewhere else. She never tidied the place or cooked, and however the last straw was when she brought a stray dog home.
Okay, there you go. One thing after another, and the last thing was, the last straw was when, and this is how we introduce the last straw. The last straw was when, she, he, they, whatever. There it is. Okay, let's tear our hair out. Here are different ways of expressing extreme frustration. Chances are we can think of others. Nader, can you think of any related to the first series? It's driving me around the bend. It's driving me up the wall. It's driving me to distraction. It's driving me nuts. Yes. It's driving me bananas. I don't know why several types of food are used as metaphors for crazy. I don't know why. It's driving me crazy. Yes. All right. So it's driving me whatever. There's quite a series of related ones there. All right. Here's some others. I'm running out of patience. I'm going spare. Very British. I'm not. Okay, I get it, but no American would ever use this. Tearing my hair out, yes. Could have kicked myself. Well, this is different. This is when you are mad at yourself, not somebody else. Okay. It's like talking to a brick wall. All right. Somebody who is just not listening. Just banging my head against a brick wall. Okay, to show frustration or pointless. You're doing something that is just pointless. You're never going to get anywhere doing it. Okay, complete these situations using one word from one of these idioms above. All right, we're looking at a dialogue here. One person speaks, and then the little arrow indicates a reply. Okay, let's continue. Mustafa, number one.
Okay, there was a brilliant football match on the TV last night. 6 goals. Oh, be quiet. I completely forgot to watch it. I could have kicked. So I have to use like one word. Like
Yeah.
I could have kicked myself.
Yep. I could have kicked myself. All right. They're angry with themselves. Yeah. Only a British would say, "Oh, be quiet. Oh, do be quiet." What would an American say, Mustafa? You know?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I would say, "Oh, shut up." We would never be so polite. Oh, shut up. Okay. All right. Anyway. Anna, number two.
I heard you are having problems getting a visa. Yes, it's so frustrating. I'm tearing my hair out trying to find out what problem is. Hair?
Yes.
Right.
Hair. Yeah, here it is. A little cartoon here. Let's enjoy a little cartoon. Freak out. Tearing my hair out. It doesn't mean you're literally tearing your hair out because it's an idiom. It's not literal. Okay, it means just that. You're extremely frustrated. That's it. Ken is BRB or away from the keyboard or what have you, right? Okay. Sinia, number three.
I see you got another letter from that book club. Yes, it's the third letter this month asking me to pay for books I never ordered. It's driving me around there. Or wall, not wall. Driving me around the bend.
Yeah. Driving me around the bend. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't hear Americans using that. Driving me crazy, driving me bananas, driving me nuts. All these driving me up a wall is very common for Americans. I don't hear Americans saying it's driving me around the bend very often. But yeah, all right. Same idea though. Okay, where are we? Number four, midair. Number four, you still haven't got your new car then? Reply, no. They phoned to say it still hasn't been delivered. I think I'll cancel the order and look somewhere else. I'm blank out of patience. Walking, running, jumping. I am running out of patience. It sounds to me like he has run out of patience. Personally, I think this should be in a present perfect tense. You wouldn't say getting out of patience. Yeah, we use run out. I've run out of patience. I'm running out of patience. Or, frankly, sometimes we just say I'm out of patience. Or I have no more patience. Okay, it's also possible to use it without any verb. Just, well, okay, I have no more patience for this. All right, Mustafa, number five.
5. When Pete decides he doesn't want to do something, you can't argue with him. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Yes, always a brick wall. Don't say a cement. I've heard students do this, actually. I didn't know what was going on. I've heard them use cement wall or wood wall, but it has to be brick wall or it's really baffling. I remember a student did that. Oh, it's like a cement wall. He's like a cement wall. What? Somebody was talking about their teenage son or daughter. I don't remember. That wasted a good 15 minutes of the class. I could not for the life of me figure out what they were talking about, simply because he changed the idiom from brick to cement. Yeah. Oh, yeah, better than paper wall. Yeah, okay. All right, like talking to a brick wall. Okay, very good. Anna.
I'm trying to find a hotel in Barcelona, but there's a big congress on at the same time. I'm going like trying to find somewhere to stay at a price I can afford. Uh, I'm a bit confused here. I'm going to.
Do you see it amongst
The,
the options?
it is there, right?
Yes, it's here. It's very British. I think.
Oh, I'm bad with British. But I'll try. I'll try. I'm thinking just a sec. Try to
It's
band.
no, it's here. It's in here. It's in here. I'm going. Yeah, here it is. I'm going spare. The idea I'm going spare, I think, is like I'm going bald. Spare means there's if something is spare, another word, really, it's an old British meaning. We don't even use this meaning anymore, quite honestly. But okay, a spare forest has only just a few trees in it. So I'm going spare would mean you're lost most of your hair. Is the literal, physical kind of idea behind the idiom. So, okay, you're so worried and stressed out about it, you're losing your hair. In other words, is basically the idea. Okay. Where are we? All right, number 7. Ken, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Terrific. Welcome back. Can you tackle number 7?
Yeah, we've got some students living in the flat next door. They play really loud music even after midnight. They are driving us to
Disneyland.
No, distraction.
There you go. Driving us to distraction. Okay. And there's a wait. That's not all. Part 2.
But it's like talking brick or something. Talking to the brick.
Talking to a brick wall.
Brick wall.
This is talking to a brick wall. It's very. It's about speaking to somebody about the same thing, or speaking to somebody and they just don't listen to you. This is slightly different, like banging your head against a brick wall. Okay, the idea, if you're banging your head on the wall, like you're trying to break through or break down the wall, smashing your head against the brick wall, you'll never get through it. You're never going to create a hole in a brick wall by using your head. You're never going to get anywhere, and it's just going to be painful for you. So, all right, it has to do with a frustrating situation where you're getting nowhere, making no progress. No matter how hard you try, you're never going to get your head through a brick wall, even with the best kung fu. Senior, number 8.
I wish we could do something about the rats coming from the restaurant next door. They're driving us up the wall. No?
Maybe literally here. Possibly, okay. Yes, you got it. That's right. Driving us up the wall. Okay, driving you crazy, driving you up a wall. Yeah. Okay. Kind of like related, but not quite. If I said, okay, business is really slow, and we've just been climbing the walls at work lately. It means you're going crazy, but you're going crazy because of boredom. All right? So you got to be careful. Driving you up a wall, something's frustrating. You're climbing the walls, you're really bored. The kids are climbing the walls. Can we let them go play outside? All right. The kids have a lot of energy, and they're totally bored, and they have no way to release their energy. So be careful. Climbing the walls, driving you up a wall, a little bit different. Used quite differently, actually. All right. We've got like 5 minutes left, probably just enough time to see how many of these idioms that we can remember. Add the missing verbs. We're looking for verbs in this exercise. And, okay. Again, fill in the blank. Okay. Nidair, blank me round the bend. Driving me around the bend, drive me around the bend, driving. Okay. You got it. Very good. Number 2, Mustafa.
Getting on my nerves.
All right. Okay, but we don't. You can use it. It gets on my nerves. It is getting on my nerves. It's getting worse and worse. Something gets on my nerves every time it happens. Past tense, future tense, whatever. It got on my nerves. It would get on my nerves, whatever. All right, Anna, number 3.
Could you spare myself? Spare?
Now you've got spare on your brain. Oh no.
No, I think it's fits.
It's
Isn't
kicked. I could have kicked
Oh,
myself.
sorry. Of course.
Now this one, it's got to be past tense because you're angry at yourself for something you did in the past. So this verb choice must be past tense, really. Okay. Okay. Related to, although you know what, Anna, since you have spare on the brain, you kind of reminded me of another expression. Again, kind of related to I could have kicked myself. When we do something and it's like banging your head against the wall, banging your head into a brick wall, and you never get anywhere, you might say, I could have spared myself the trouble. Exactly. I should have just spared myself the trouble and not bothered to try. Okay, actually, so you're not way out in left field there. Ken, number 4. There it is again.
Banging my head against a brick wall.
Okay, that was number 5, but okay.
Number 4. Sorry. Yeah. But maybe somebody can answer.
Yeah. We'll hand that one off to Senia. Senia, number 4.
Driving me to distraction.
Yeah, okay. Driving, whatever. Okay. Very good. You got it. Okay, Nidair, blank spare. Go. Yeah, go or going. I'm going spare. This one you would never use past tense. I went spare. I am going spare. Okay, this one would definitely be, we use this now, present continuous. I'm going spare. Mustafa, number 7.
7, tearing my hair out. And 8, talking to a brick wall. Because we don't have time already.
Okay, you're right. Okay. 1 for 2, 2 for 1. Anna, number 9. Up my nose. I don't remember that one either.
No.
Yeah, that's
No.
it. Gets up.
Getting. Oh, gets up.
Gets up. My nose. Yeah, again, very British, so even I couldn't remember that one. And last but not least, Ken.
Running out of patience.
Okay, or running out of time.
Yes.
Which we have done. Thank you. See you guys later. Take care. You guys have a great evening or rest of
Thank
your day.
you, teacher, for your amazing class.